That nigga a hater.
So
He was this fan of the Cubs game and shit. And he had like he was like right next to like one of like the table benches and shit, like in his seating area. And he got like everybody's like beer cups and was making this really dope ass like beer cup pyramid and shit. And the fucking security guard nigga just came through and just front like on purpose, like knocked all his shit down, just like and just looked at that nigga like, no. Like it's a like this nigga had a cup pyramid, bro. Like not a bomb, fam. Like nothing. Like a cup pyramid. You just gonna knock your shit down. It's like, nah, like, bruh. like you a hater, bruh. What's wrong with you, fam?
That's hilarious.
I would have punched him in the face. I'm sorry. That's punchable in the face behavior. I'm sorry, fam. I don't care if the security dude was like 76. Like, you disrespectful. Like 96 Chicago Bulls level in the finals disrespectful. I'm gonna have to punch you in the face like really, really hard now. Then you did this to yourself.
And you know it, nigga.
Yeah, you know it. You like, dog, man, I wasn't even fucking with you, bruh. I seen baseball games where the whole chick got hit with a slap of nachos. Jesus on purpose. Christ. On purpose.
That's rough.
Yeah. Well, just don't be a Toronto Blue Jays fan at a Tigers game, nigga. That's simple. But yeah, like Shawty, like we was on the second level and Shawty saw these Toronto Blue Jays fans. She had some nachos. And she didn't like the nachos, I'm guessing. Cause she was hot. So I looked at her and I was like, oh. And she took one bite of the nachos. And she was like, oh. And then right after that, she was looking like it was like game was still on. She was still holding the nacho. We was hype. Me and the homies. Hey, Tigers. Woo. And you just see Shawty look down. And just flap, like right there. It was a great moment for Tigers history. For me anyway. I'm sure that's not the first time that's happened, but for me that was a great moment. Like got their ass though. It had to hit at least 4-5 Blue Jays fans. It was beautiful. Beautiful.
That's
beautiful. It's beautiful. I know my abuela hates me for saying that. Because she was a Blue Jays fan. I don't understand how you'd be Mexican and Blue Jays fan. But, hey, whatever.
This nigga Tory Lanez is streaming. Editing music videos.
But why, though? Are we really still checking for Torrance lanes?
The nigga's name Torrance.
I don't know, nigga. I'm just calling them Torrance. Matter of fact, now I gotta look it up. This nigga named Torrance, he a dumbass nigga. First off, I don't even know whether that I was actually about to type in Torrance lanes. I don't know whether that makes May look worse if his name is Torrance really for real. Oh no, it's worse. This nigga name is Daystar Shemiel Shua Peterson.
Shua.
Daystar Shemiel Shua Peterson.
What type of nigga name is that?
Somebody that was born in Brampton, Canada. His name is Daystar. Like, not like a night star. Like we see, his name Daystar. You know he got punched Daystar. A lot in the face a lot as a kid when your name is Daystar.
Like that. I would have punched that nigga in the face.
And he like 5'1", like in real life. So like now, so what do you like when you in third grade? Like 3'3"? Like
I guess. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you pretty miniature. So, I don't put his behavior past shooting a woman in the feet? Is it the feet or the foots?
It's the feet, I think.
Is it the feet?
I think it's got to be the feet. The foots don't make no sense.
Yeah, but it's 2 feet. Like, but you don't say feet when you say 2 feet. You say 2 feet or 1 foot. That's what I'm saying. But he shot 1 foot individually. So
it's the feet.
But is that a word now? Because we don't, like I said, we don't say feet. We say feet.
I think that's the
plural
a different situation. You gotta give it special circumstances because that's a different situation. Niggas not supposed to shoot bitches in the feet, and he shot her in the feet.
Who make Webster? Is it Americans or the English?
I believe it's the English.
Hey, yo, English people from across the pond is listening on Twitch. Shout out to y'all. We need to know whether it's feet or foots.
We need to know.
Look, if we speak English and they invented English, I think we should be asking them whether it should be feet or foots. Matter of fact, whoever is a doctor that's seen somebody get shot in both feet or foots, what did you say? What did the nurse say to you when they were like, yo, we got a patient in here in room 307 shot in 2 feet? Or was it shot in 2 foots? It's crazy.
Those are the things that need answers.
That is a thing that needs answers, bro.
The real.
I'm really concerned about this now. I'm mad. I never thought about this. Like, that's crazy. I'm really thinking, like, why wouldn't it be the foots?
Because one thing can't be plural.
Exactly. But so with that being said, why would it be feet and not feet?
Because he shot him individually. So foots.
But then you were saying feet though. We confused now.
Oh, feet. My bad. Feet. My bad.
Look, I just think she got shot in the feet. But the feet sound, and this is why I say feet sounds right. Because if you can say somebody, yeah, she got shot in the feet, it sounds like a singular word.
Yeah. Feet, foot, feet. You don't say shit.
We need you know what? We need to hire an English person one of these days just to be English and just to help us out.
I feel like, to be fair, they should all count as plurals of foot. They should all count. Because I can see an argument for foots, even though feet makes more sense. And we already got feet. So, you know.
We need somebody from like Liverpool or some shit to hire just to correct us on certain things.
I'm sorry, sir. Actually, you're a fucking idiot.
You know what? I'm a Manchester United fan. So anybody from Manchester, I fuck with you. Shout out to y'all.
My UK homies. I don't know if none of y'all in here yet, but shout out to y'all. I know y'all
Manchester
mad at me.
United, greatest football team in the world.
I know y'all mad at me. I ain't stream all week. I'm sorry. I've been busy. I had to catch up.
How you neglecting your fans, nigga?
No, I was making videos for them. That's why I didn't have time to actually come on stream, because I was like, all right, if I get on stream, I'm gonna have to do it longer than it takes to just make the actual video. So I really only had time to just cut the video. So I just cut the video off here.
See, that's neglect though. That's neglect though. That's like taking your kid to school but forgetting to feed it.
And that's fucked up too. I just thought about that. That was the last week of the month, so I definitely needed to stream last week.
Yeah. Look at you. Look at you now.
Fucked up my number.
Look at you now. What did Tony say to the dead nigga in the car? Look at you now.
You stupid fuck. Look at you now.
Look at you now. Blood on the windshield. Now we got to get the car off the street, nigga. It's broad daylight in New York.
Gotta take it.
Episode 208, Millennials podcast, House of Space Media. It is, bitch. Who the fuck are you? Let's get to the shit.
IB's the one and only Busy 9-3. For those of you who don't know, you won't know. So I'm gonna tell you again. That means I be the crooked court jester, Kwame Khalifa. The motherfucking can't go down. Some know me in the backwoods as a Tiki Torch Nazi daughter slayer. If you don't know, check my password. Some like to call me Captain Dr. Science. I don't wear lab coats, but I'm a cool motherfucker when I'm doing my sciencing. So I like the science, just like you like to make math, and the math don't math unless it's mathing. You can't have the science without the science, which is me. You dig?
Yeah, I can dig it. But I am the one and only, hailing from the one location on the most beautiful spot on the planet that is home of bitch and tequila, 50 cent margaritas and cartel dealings, and them some of the most beautiful women that walk the planet we call Earth. The motherfucking Jose Ortega, aka Tequila Papi, also known as the Almighty Rum Lord. The Rum Lord gonna have to come back because the tequila tasting like agua right now. I'm just gonna keep that a bean. AKA Martin Quarantino, we bringing that one back. Because monkeypox is out here, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know what that shit might do. So Martin Quarantino might be back in this bitch. AKA, also known as the one making the line for the touchdown. Super Tecmo Joe, you feel me? And nobody beats Joe, ever. Also known as the Pod God, you know what I'm saying? Lord Zay Mysterio coming down off the motherfucking ladder, just dropping down on the mat on motherfuckers. Yeah, dig. Also known as the Kush Crusader. But I'm just being humble about myself. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I just gotta bless the night skies with some Kush smoke. But you know how it be. Episode 208, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, Hot Space Media. We back in this bitch. How are y'all motherfuckers doing? Shout out to everybody across the pond. We need one of y'all to like correct our English because we don't speak it well. We American. We sorry. Shout out to everybody that's listening to the other side of the pond that we already crossed, that we talking to. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in Asia.
Nigga. We international.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the Asias. There's so many countries over there. I'm not gonna do that to y'all because I'd be insulting. So shout out to all the Asians.
I looked at my YouTube stats. Motherfucking America was 4%.
Look, America don't even fuck with us because we be speaking the truth. You feel me?
I'm starting to think that's what it is.
Yeah, we speaking the truth, bro. We really starting to think that's what it is. You know what this is? Shout out to all my Stranger Things watchers and shit, because I just started watching that. They trying to shut us out and trying to shut us down. They trying to make us say silent like Will and 11 and them. But we not.
I don't watch
we out here.
I don't know what the fuck going on, so I don't watch it.
They know. All they need to know is that there's an 11. That's all they need to know. There's an 11. It's an X-Men, and it's a good show. That's it.
She's cute with hair too. That's so much ball.
How many women? Oh, this is gonna be a greatest segue ever because I'm gonna lead you into a segue through one. How many women do you really think look great without or with short hair? Like we talking about like short and like almost like G.I. Jane.
Depends on how your head is shaped.
That's a good answer. Because head shape does matter. Head shape matters a lot. I also think too, hair texture or the type of hair you have matters a lot too.
No, because texture you can style it. It just depends on the cut you get.
but here's the thing,
cut that looks stupid. That's on you.
Like you could be G.I. Jane short, like Demi Moore and G.I. Jane. She could have got the penis. She had the perfect head. Oh, come on.
Demi ain't looked good in 30 years, nigga. 40 years.
Oh,
40.
I'm
Actually,
talking about I'm talking about NGI Jane. NGI Jane. Not today. We all know she watched today. Demi Moore ain't looked good since the second Charlie's Angels movie. She ain't looked good since
even then. She was.
Yeah, it was on the border. It was on the border. I'm not taking that away.
Cameron Diaz carried that movie and Lucy Liu, nigga, and Drew Barrymore. Come on now. Drew Barrymore still cold.
She is still cold though. She's still cold though.
She mom cold.
She is mom cold. She is mom cold. I will not say, man. You know what? She's been around for a long ass motherfucking time. She had a coke habit and like the whole nine.
Alcohol, all of that shit.
Yeah, like and
she
had
was a
that
child alcohol.
Yeah, I was about to say
she had
that habit before she had her driver's license. That's crazy. And she still is. Shout out to Drew Barrymore. God damn it.
She was a child star that went through the ringer and still stood the test of time. Nigga. She a that movie they just put out, Firestarter, that new horror movie. She was in the OG of that shit.
You know what? On some real shit, on some on God, we might actually need to start putting some more respect on GOAT status on Drew Barrymore as far as being one of the GOATs of the child celebrity game. You kind of gotta put her up there with the GOATs, bro.
I think that's why niggas. I think that's why she had a talk show. Niggas do.
I mean, you got to. E.T. came out. She about to take Ellen's spot more than likely.
I don't know what her viewership like, but I know Ellen already did her last show, so I don't know.
Oh, they were trying to. I'm gonna say Ellen fucked her shit. Ellen got her whole shit exposed during the pandemic. So
ain't know Ellen was an asshole though. Like she got. I feel like she got reason to be bitter and angry because you niggas made her feel like she was a fucking outcast for 20 years, just for shit to spin back around and then be like, actually, we love you. Fuck you.
That's logic. That's logic. That is exactly who Logic is. That is exactly who Logic is. That's why the fuck I told you. I was like, when I found out he was an asshole, everything completely fucking construed for me. Because I was like, yo, yeah, we looked at you for an outcast.
It's different.
Fucking
it's different.
5 years, 6 years. We looked at you like an outcast. And then like when you get there, it's like, oh yeah, everybody's love you. And then you just completely cornball out. Just completely. And the only difference is Logic cornballed out.
In a cornier way.
Yes, very, very much so. But Ellen was very much abusive to her
that shit wasn't cool. You ain't had to take it out
you
ain't had to take it out on the staff. Like that shit wasn't cool. But I get the bitterness. No, I understand the bitterness towards Hollywood.
He's an asshole to the people he work around with.
That's different. I don't understand. He's a bitch.
There's gonna be a really great book one of these days
that
about how
put in 40 years of work.
Like about working with Logic. There's gonna be a really great book one of these days. It's gonna be about how terrible it was to work with him. And I'm gonna read that thing. And matter of fact, I might actually do a whole read along on Twitch. Take my own Twitch channel and just read the book.
Just to read it.
Just to read the book.
Fuck it.
Like this corny ass motherfucker from Maryland right here. Not even from Baltimore. Just from Maryland. But anyway,
do that if he wrote his own book.
You think I'm gonna listen to a Logic book?
Let him hear
he did write his own book. Matter of fact, it's called Supermarket. I didn't even make it through the soundtrack. Nigga, please. Yes, it's called Supermarket.
Why?
He made a soundtrack that goes along to it. That's not hip hop, but actually alternative. All right. You can't get. I'm on God. I got through 3 songs. The first song is lit. The first song is pretty good. 2 is like, and then 3 is ugh. And by the time you get through 4, it's like, all right, I don't even care.
Bruh. No,
like for real. He has a whole.
I don't want to hear any
of Supermarket. It's a whole novel. It's a whole novel. You know what? I'm gonna read it on the podcast for one of these days for all of you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
That'll be a segment you record by yourself, and I'll edit in later. I ain't listening to that shit.
No, you got to listen to it. Who don't want to listen to an Ortega reading? Reading a Logic
depending
book.
on the book, no.
Oh my God, me reading a Logic book.
No.
I'm gonna read the Logic book on the podcast. I'm gonna read the Logic book on the podcast. I'm definitely gonna read the Kanye book on the podcast. I'm reading that.
Now that's different. But I was gonna say I'd rather
I'm reading that
anybody else's book, but
I'm gonna read that bitch on top of my roof with a megaphone so the world can hear it in my entire neighborhood.
I wouldn't waste my time promoting that.
So Kanye said at this point in time when he was working with Rockefeller in '96, that's some bullshit. That's some cool shit right there. That's where it all started. And yep, I'm narrating, commentate the entire thing, bro. It's gonna be the greatest thing of all time. It would be a good
video. I just don't want to sit through it.
Look, you gotta sit through it. You ain't real homie if you don't sit through it.
I'll sit through the edited, cut up version.
So you gonna unhomie yourself?
No, it's not unhomieing myself because I'm not listening to it live. It would be unhomieing myself if I didn't listen to it at all. I didn't say I wouldn't listen to it. I said I didn't want to hear it live.
No, we're gonna do the whole thing, bro. No, you first off, you Ezekielite, so you gotta listen to Kanye.
You just made me remember, even though we got completely off topic from your great subject.
Oh no, I'm still getting back to that. I ain't forgot.
I'm still
getting back to it.
You made me realize when you brought that up, I still haven't checked out that Netflix documentary, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it one day. But it's like every time I see it, it's like Kanye has, I guess, pause when I say this, turned me off so much to the point where it's like he just put out like 3 new songs, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it.
Look, man.
And then Kim just came out and hold him again.
Again. But
she making it so hard for niggas out here.
Look, man.
And all these hoes about to listen to her stupid ass.
Listen to Blood Gang, Black Tino Jesus. Listen to me one time.
Jesus Christ.
Kanye, in no way whatsoever.
She ain't give a fuck, nigga. She was.
I was like, first of all, like he is in no way married.
See what that dick like,
Kim Kardashian. He's in no way married at all.
No, I'm just saying when that Kim shit happened, you ain't hear about that shit.
I did, but what I'm saying is this:
that shit crazy.
When that happened to your Lord is, ain't
Jesus. Nobody to me, nigga. That's just
your Lord and Savior Christ
that I listen to sometimes.
When your Lord and Savior Christ Jesus.
All right, now.
All
right, now. I got somebody for you. You keep playing.
Can't tie nobody to me. My hell. Can't tie nobody to me.
Really? Okay.
Maybe a couple Chicago niggas you can tie to me. That's kind of fucked up, but that's about it.
I got a couple niggas from Chicago, New York, and Indiana. I can tie to you.
You can't tie Gibbs to me. You can't tie Gibbs to me. Don't you do that?
Yes, no. It's too much. You did reviews of his music on here. Don't you tell me that.
Yeah.
Yes,
no.
Nigga. Yes. See,
I did not. Because I've thought about doing one for Alfredo, but I didn't listen to it in time.
Alfredo. The other one.
Then what? He hasn't done anything since Alfredo.
The other one he did with Alchemist.
He only did the one with Alchemist. The other ones were done with Madlib.
Well, Madlib then.
I was before my time. I'm before my awareness of Freddie Gibbs. That was. The ones I've done for Alchemist and shit, I've done Action Bronson.
I've been planning on chopping up all these reviews we did.
Bodie.
Let that bitch breathe. We gonna see.
I still have them in my notes. Like I know I didn't do Alfredo.
You got all of them from every episode we've done. You got all of them.
Yes, even the ones I didn't do when I planned to do that I just didn't do that was planned. Like Alfredo wasn't on that list. I've been
Alfredo wasn't about chopping them bitches up anyway.
I'm gonna say Alfredo definitely wasn't on that list. Who from New York though?
Your boy with the shark chains and the colored hair. They be telling
that's your man
all the time.
That's your man. That's your no. You can no. I'm not gonna have that. I'm not. You know what? Fuck that. Right now, fuck the segue for a quick second. I'm not having that from you because you were the one that sent me the fucking link. Was like, yo, you gotta watch this crazy ass nigga on Breakfast Club. He gonna be the next big star. That was you.
Yeah. And I was right. I was right. It was one of two things was gonna happen. And both of them happened to the nigga.
Man's.
No.
That's not your man's though.
No, it's not.
That's your man's.
No.
That's man.
I never really took a position on that nigga. I never took a position on that
don't
nigga.
Do that.
I said if he don't die, he'll be huge. Pause.
I said he was going to end up dead or in jail, and I was
fucking right. Don't have right. One of the two or three, I guess. Yeah, if he don't end up dead or in jail, and he's still when he drop music, he's
the
still,
other one is
good.
a possible.
Right.
The latter is still a possible because he's still
that's
alive.
your man. Just because you don't listen to his music, just because you don't listen to his music, don't mean that's not your man. Stop it.
That's your man's, bro. That's your man.
And it's the other nigga from New York.
That's your man. Stop. Don't you do that. Don't do that. That's wild. That's your man's. That's wild. Word.
Chris Brown, your man's. That's Virginia.
No, that's not my man's.
That is your man.
That's not my man. Trey Songz. Trey Songz is my man's. I don't.
That's even worse.
You know what? No, I take that back. Buffalo met the Coke party. I was at Buffalo met the Coke party. I take that back. That was like Chris Brown's his man's, bro. Like I just ain't gonna listen to his music, bro. It's too much. It's too much, bro.
Trey Songz going through radio. So actually, that's my man. That's like saying actually R. Kelly's better than Epstein. I still listen to his music. What?
I mean,
it wasn't that bad. What?
Like I said, like one's both they both mans. I'm accept that one. I'm accept those. But like I said, I'm not accepting Daniel Hernandez. I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that.
Chance the Rapper. My bad, Mr. Mosby. My bad. I love my wife.
You know what? No, that's far past man's because I've been married for almost 3 years now. So it's like
nigga, you played his album on your wedding day. I don't hear it. She man's. He was listen to acid rap. Listen to
acid
the
rap
color
is fire,
book. Listen to the color
if
book.
Juice is on it. You know what? I'll take that back. If Juice is on acid rap, that shit is still fire. That shit is acid rap.
Don't you tie rest in peace to the dead. Don't you tie that nigga into his bullshit. Don't you tie Juice into his bullshit.
You've never even heard Juice, have you?
You talking about Juice? I thought you were talking about Juice WRLD. I don't know you're talking about.
No, Juice, the song.
Oh, who's on it?
It's a Chance the Rapper song. It was like one of his biggest songs.
Who's on it with him?
Broke him off. Him.
Oh, probably not.
It's the one that broke him from acid rap. That was his the main single. Juice was that shit. But when he re-released Juice, and I talked about this on the podcast, re-released acid rap, Juice wasn't on it. And I knew when it was coming because I listened to was listening to it because I'm like, oh shit, he dropped acid rap. Cool. And I was waiting. I'm like, oh, here it goes. Yeah, sorry. I know you was waiting on this, but I couldn't get the song cleared for Juice. I know that's everyone's favorite song on here, but the rest of the song is there though. The rest of the album is there though. Like I just couldn't clear this one in time.
Okay, cool.
Yep. that. He could have actually reattained mansness if Juice was on there. It was not. So he lost mansness, which was very, 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 very a thin layer of mansness. Because the Coloring Book is halfway a gospel album. There is no way on earth I'm listening to gospel. I'm sorry, it's not my vibe. I listen to Alchemist and Derringer and shit. I'm sorry. It's not my vibe at all. and he releases a gospel album for his first one, and it's not for me any replay value on it. Matter of fact, that one Jay Electronica verse song where half of the song is gospel, but I skipped through that part straight to Chance and Jay Electronica's verse. And depending on how high I am on that particular day, I just skipped straight to Jay Electronica's verse.
I feel that.
And matter of fact, that album has actually one of the best Justin Bieber verses and features. Period.
I feel that.
To hip hop. But the rest of them is ass. You are.
He's had like 2 or 3.
That
I've heard he's had.
Daniel Hernandez's man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put Daniel Hernandez in the list of girls that you think had look good with short hair. Them. He's going there too for you. I don't even care.
No, he's not.
Because that's your man. That's man's now. I'm sorry. That's your man's. That's your man's. That's your man's. That's your man's.
If that's the case, then Chance the Rapper is going in the category of girls that you like. If you wasn't married. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah. We didn't know you like boys on the side. That's crazy.
Nah. Even if I was gay, Chance the Rapper too feminine.
It's Pride Month. Let's not do that. Anyway, matter of fact, hold up. Let me. Is
it?
Yeah, nigga. June is Pride Month. Let me go turn on this AC before I burn up in this bitch. Talk to the people right quick.
How the fuck you don't have your AC on? Anyway, shout out to everybody listening across the world. Like, share, subscribe. Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast out of Space Media. You know what I'm saying? You know how to find us. This episode is brought to you by, actually this time, and no longer by the other place, but by Zoom. We are back. We are streaming. We are everywhere. We are getting the product to you. And that is by Zoom. Zoom then actually got this stuff up to where, we streaming on Twitch now at the same damn time as we recording, and we love it. You guys love it. Our Twitch streamers love it. And you have that same ability right now, like in the palm of your hand, in your laptopy, in your in your iPad, your little Android thing that's with a slab that got a screen on it. I'm not gonna call it what it is because it's not really technology, but that's up for discussion. And you can actually do the same thing we doing right now, which is very beautiful. Check out Zoom, check out all of its features. You know what I'm saying? A little couple of features here and there. Might cost a little bit of extra money, but guarantee you it's all worth it. Zoom, get your podcast game up. You did. A grudge can keep you alive for a long, long time, I think. It can keep your heart pumping because it's like you kind of just waiting for that day and driving for that day to be able to say, fuck you or beat that person's ass. A beef. You know it's a problem, but if you ain't got to run into the problem, who cares? Why is it Disney? It shouldn't even bother you.
I think that's cool until you get to the point where whether it's beef or a grudge is just an unsettled beef, nigga. So the only reason it might keep you alive is because you still waiting on the moment that you might, or you just that angry at the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really.
Is it really
Yes, nigga.
Is it really unsettled beef?
Well,
because,
how do you get mad at a grudge? Is what you mad at a motherfucker for something they did to you? That's beef.
Yeah, but hold up though.
Not in the street sense,
a grudge can be held for a long period of time. Like you could have actually fought dude, for example, or fought so and so, got your ass beat, you lost.
If you mad about that for life, nigga, you pussy.
But I'm saying like that's where a grudge. That's what a grudge would be because you
fight
lost.
Fight him again. Stop being a bitch.
I've told you this story before. It's happened to me in real life. I kept putting the nigga down, and he kept coming back. And he's like,
okay, so if you hold a grudge after 6 times, then nigga, you either got to keep going till you win, or shut the fuck up, take your L. Which I'm sure eventually.
Shut the fuck up. I had to leave. I was eventually having to kill his ass. Like in my head, I was like, I'm gonna have to beat you to the point to where you stop actually doing everything.
For the sake of conversation,
it's like you keep coming back.
For the sake of conversation, let's say that nigga is actively still mad at you for that shit right now at this moment.
Oh my God, I'd have
stewing about that. Let's, for the sake of conversation, let's just say.
Oh no, I know he's stewing about it.
Let's just say he is somewhere stewing about that shit right now. If he runs into you in public, it might be an automatic grudge. Now, if you hold a grudge, that was almost over 10 years ago now. If you hold a grudge, that long, when I see you, it's on sight. Ain't no talking. I've been training for this moment. I'm ready, nigga. What's up?
Yeah, but at that point, in that particular moment, if we're talking about that,
that's a settlement. If he wins,
but what I'm saying,
it's a settlement of a grudge.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm Floyd Mayweather over you, and I'm 6-0, which I am. Ding ding. Anyway,
he fight a nigga 6 times and he keep coming back.
He just wants to fight
the same. Who wants to fight the same nigga that they're not related to?
That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. This shit was insane.
It's one thing if you related to
crazy.
Like, you're not related to me.
Crazy,
nigga.
Bro. Like, it was crazy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fam, and it was nothing but over pride, fam. Nothing more. And
that's respectable. But dog, you keep
give up. Like, look, fam, what we was fighting over, like, look, nigga, he already had the bitch. I gave him the bitch.
I was like, you. It was like we were just saying. It was a you thing. Nigga, I hate you. Nigga,
look, man, you know you can't beat me. It's like, you can't beat me.
No, I don't know that. All I know is I just fucked up 6 times. I'm about to whoop your ass.
Deontay Wilder is not getting 6 times to fight Tyson Fury. I feel like I fought this nigga 2 times. It's like 2 times too many. Over this. No, 3 times too many. Actually, if you want to be real, 3 times too many. Absolutely. That's just crazy. That's insane.
That is crazy.
That's insane.
I've never had to fight the same.
My dad looked at me crazy as fuck, was like, yo, what is up? And I'm like, I don't know.
The same dude? Like the same dude?
Same guy. I was like, I don't know.
The fuck is his problem?
I don't know. I don't have it was like the opposite of what of like
are you doing this? Are you like provoking this nigga? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like, dog. I had beef with somebody else and he thought shit was sweet. So I put him down real fast.
And enemies ever since.
No, that was like the 3rd time. Because it was like I was focused on fighting somebody else. Like it was really about someone else. And it was another beef. And he felt like the fact that I had beef with someone else boosted his confidence up. So when I was walking in the hallway, this is story time with Jose Ortega.
Thought it was WWE. He was gonna cash in his money in the bank.
Yeah, he thought shit was sweet. Now it's like,
got in one fight. All right, he a little tired now. Let me go in and get him.
Matter of fact, this is where the confidence stems from. Where I've been saying, yo, I could take certain people as a warm up, and then we can do the main event fight. This moment, because I was like, what the fuck? Word, nigga, shut up.
You too? Come on, let's go.
No, I feel like through my fucking I had a 5-star like trapper keeper, the like soft John and shit that you can zip the John up and everything and keep everything in all one. Slid that bitch across the room, across the fucking hallways, like crammed into the biology teacher's doorway. And I'm like, yo, what? We already been here 2 times at this point. I'm already confident. You light work. And then it became a spotlight on him, like, yo, what's up? And as soon as I could see it in his face, he noticed that everyone was looking at him. That's when he had to respond. I'm like, oh God, all right.
Damn.
That was it.
That's one of the best feelings.
It was
in the world,
it was untouched. It was untouched. All hands, no extra duck and dodge. All hands. I felt good about that. That was my first one ever. That was the third time.
I was gonna say, ain't no better feeling in the world than. I mean, it fucking sucks having to fight multiple people. But if you ever find yourself in a situation where you do, and you slump one of them niggas, then the next one look at you and you look at him, it's like automatic. No, let's go, nigga. It's just that animal, like, nigga, yeah, no, you wanted this, let's go. Come on, nigga.
It just fucked me up because that was the moment like, all right, this is pride. I couldn't even fight the person I wanted to fight. That shit actually got squared off just by like verbal communication, and it's like squared, like squashing it because I fought him instead.
That's crazy.
It like I said, it's like, all right, look, you can, if you have a beef, if you can settle it, cool. If you know you've gotten your ass beat, taking your L's, to me, that's not a grudge. You may have a grudge against me, but if he came at me today, modern day, and like I said, I feel like he still has that same problem. Like he wants to take one dub. I'm damn near 30. My hands are sharp. But I approach everybody that's trying to push aggression towards me that's foreign, and I'm going to look at you like you're foreign. As a personal threat, and I will put you down like a dog. So don't try it. Like, it's not one of those, like, for him, it would be specific, like, yo, fam, you want to do this? You don't really want to do it. We've been through this. You 0-6. You don't want to test my shot. Please don't do that. Like, don't do that. And if you do, I lose one pistol, I go to jail for 2 days, I get it back out, I won't even have to post bond, and I'm good. But this is going to clear, and we good.
This
is where we segue in it. And I'm actually re-segueing it, as a matter of fact, because the short girl haircut thing really still does stand, because Halle Berry is still one of the coldest with short girl haircut. Still one of the coldest.
Yeah, I was trying to think of other short-haired bitches. You started talking about high school.
Yo, but it was about high school, but we went into a whole nother realm. But when I talk about, I'm going to bring it back down to the Jada actually being short haircut, holding the grudge. I felt like the grudge for her specifically was the insult from Chris Rock. The action from that grudge didn't come from her. It came from Will. He embarrassed himself.
The more I think about it now, he did set us back a little bit. And like
on the black
off of the
Chris Rock show scale.
No, I'm not saying off of the scale, off of the excitement of what happened and understanding why he did it, even if it was to save face. You didn't look bigger or better after that, and you made us all kind of look bad as a nigga that's always looked perfect. So that didn't really do anything good. I still don't think his fucking career is over, but it didn't do anything good for everybody as a whole.
I'm always going to cut Will.
That's also why I'm kind of pissed about what the fuck Jada said.
I'm always going to cut Will the bail of understanding, and only in the bail of understanding, I'm always going to cut him is on this. At least in what's been happening in the last 3 years, excuse me, is the fact that he's been consistently embarrassed, and the embarrassment hasn't come from him. He is taking the majority of the effect and the publicity from said embarrassment. Because, and like me and my wife had this conversation about it, and I was like, yo, there's a, because she, a couple weeks ago, she just watched, me and her watch Menace to Society. Her first time watching it. My wife's Native American.
Telling me about that.
Yeah, she not gang. You know what I'm saying? So it's like first time her seeing it.
Gang. Nigga. She is gang. She just don't know that.
No, I'm saying like she not gang. Like she ain't seen that shit. She ain't like, I'm walking her through, you know what I'm saying, Paid in Full.
The classics.
And, yeah, all the hood classics. I'm walking her through these. So that's not Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood is now like an after school special for real, even though the joke is there because everyone's done seen it. But I'm like walking her through this, and I'm telling her, like, there was a certain point in time in the 90s where Jada it was like Nia Long, Jada. You know what I'm saying? That was Beyonce, Rihanna. That was it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you had. That was what was real. That was like that legit. You know what I mean? So that run for Jada came all the way. They linked her and with Will, his acting career pop, Men in Black, all that, you know, Will, Wild Wild West, even though people didn't like it, you know what I mean? Enemy of the State, his acting career took off. So they all on the same trajectory, kind of at the same time. Within the 90s, late 90s, and mid to late 90s, and going into the 2000s. Together. Smooth shipping. Then Jada becomes multiple time mother. And then her career kind of falls off for like a couple years.
Nigga said that shit like it was an award.
No, I'm just saying, like, multiple time mother. It's like you didn't just have Jaden, you didn't just have Willow, you had two. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so when that happens, if you a good mom, which I'm not gonna say that she's not a good mom. Because she has a relationship. Yeah, I'm gonna say she has a relationship with it. But I'm saying she has a relationship with her kids.
It's not even that I think she's a good mom. I think she is a good mom. I think Will is a good dad. I think Will is also a sane man. And I think Jada is a crazy bitch.
That's true. I agree.
For you to come on your stupid ass show 3 months later, 4 months later, however long it's been, 2 months later.
Did you watch the shit?
No, I ain't fucking watch it. But I read the fucking the fucking paperwork on it, the article about what she was talking about.
It's gross.
The fact that you say, you know what? It convinced me. That malevolent character that Angelina Jolie plays in Disney movies, that is Jada Pinkett Smith in the flesh. That bald head, that bitch is evil. She is malevolent in the fucking flesh. Black malevolent, nigga. Swear to God.
You're absolutely right.
The look, she got the look and everything down. You look at, she looked like a sinister villain now for some reason. Bitch ain't been pretty since she had hair. I'm sorry to say it.
She looks like Fish Mooney from Gotham.
No, she looks like if Paul Mooney was a girl, nigga. But, she looks terrible, nigga.
But what I'm saying is,
rest in peace, Paul Mooney.
the point is to it with
like a fucking
the straight up disrespect. This is my thing, and this was. I really just want to make this clear because now that she has acknowledged it, Will's acknowledged it.
I hope they can get to.
Fuck, we're gonna know it. I can't even say this is gonna be the last time we acknowledge it. Chris hasn't yet publicly, so it's probably gonna be one more time we acknowledge this shit. But this is really my encapsulation of the whole bit, like the whole thing, for real. Completely clear. Just clairvoyant on it. We'll need to leave her ass the fuck alone because she's a detriment to his current now success.
I got a segue for this shit too.
Jada can't really leave Will alone because he is actually a booster to her success now.
That's a lie. I was thinking about that. That's true on paper. That's not true in action. They can both they gonna keep being good. They probably break up and still take care of each other. Like it wouldn't be that type of split where it'd be like, hey bitch, I'm done. Leave me the fuck alone. It wouldn't be that.
But here's the
thing that I'm about to segue
into. But that's the thing. They don't have to do that anyway, because Willow is an adult. Jaden is an adult. We don't have there's not this fucking whole split up on the kids and all this shit. It's really just all right, did you sign a prenup? I signed a prenup. All right, cool. You leave what you got, I leave with what I got, and we can bounce. It, you know what I mean? Or not bounce, depending on how that shit is constructed. But overall, at this point, fuck, man, like I don't want this to sound in any way like I'm attacking the woman's side of it, because on this shit, it's kind of fucked up.
How
because
can you not attack her side on this? This is the only episode. No,
I'm saying like
both the women we're talking about.
No, I'm saying like women in general, like, because you know what I'm saying, like women there's certain women, not all, certain women that would feel like, oh, you just taking the man's side of it. It's the woman's fault. It's not that. It's not that at all. Like, if I'm gonna say
this is her fault.
Yeah, like if
this is Jada's fault.
If there's been anybody that's been taking more beating,
Jada put
more disrespect, and kind of just mellowed through it and just kept pushing any more than Will, it would be George. I know that it's kept pushing and kept going. So it's like, motherfucker done took his lumps.
You ain't doing that no more, so you can't even say that. He ain't even doing that no more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, George ain't even taking his lumps no more. Like, niggas is like someone that's like 25, 20, what is it, 28 years, I think, or some shit like that. 20-something years. They couldn't have been married 28 years. They had to be 25. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna say they have not been married as long as I've been alive.
I think they've been together like 30 years.
No way.
Will and Jada aren't 30 years old.
I'm gonna say not since 33. I mean, it's not since 93.
They've been together.
I think that was like 96, 97 or something.
It's going 30 years for sure.
Yeah, but they weren't married that long. That's what I'm saying.
No, that doesn't matter, nigga. When you talking about a relationship, this is how long you've been together. Nigga, when you got married is the other shit.
That's true. But what I was saying is what she said is specifically at the highlight, at the top of, because she led this whole thing into, because of the start of the Red Table talk is her acknowledgement of. I watched the clips and the highlights and what the majority of it was. And the only reason I didn't watch the whole thing, and I'll get to that. I'll get to why I didn't watch the whole thing, y'all. So I watched and that's why I love Canadians. Because Canadians don't give a fuck about American culture. They just report on shit. Like they just give that shit raw, like porn. So they played the beginning. The beginning.
I mean, it's on
opening.
Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on Facebook.
But see, I was going to watch it. I just wanted to know what was being said on Facebook, and on YouTube before I even went to go watch it. And because I was looking for specifically the acknowledgement of the Oscar slap. I'm thinking it's a whole red table talk about how she felt about that. Because that was the headlines I saw.
What she said, how she felt. Wasn't that what it was? It was her talking to what it was. What they said it was. It was her, Willow, her mama, and some chicks that was a part of some group or something.
It wasn't really an acknowledgement about the slap, bro.
It was just a clip, pretty much.
No, let me break it down. So the beginning intro is really just a acknowledgement of the slap that occurred and how she's going to acknowledgement. And this is she said the same thing that she said after it happened.
Just the way she talks about
this is a time. Me. This is a time for healing.
That shit.
And I know. This is a time for healing. And I hope that
that's what I'm
Will
talking about.
And Chris and Chris Rock can reconcile and get past it. So they get into the episode. That was like the intro. So it's kind of like it's a setup to like, oh shit, you're gonna really talk about this. The talk isn't about that specifically. They bring on I didn't get the lady's name. I'm not gonna fuck it up because it was a serious story. They brought on a mom whose daughter who had alopecia.
That's what it was. A bunch of chicks with alopecia. She
brought on they put Charlie Villanueva's picture up on there like we didn't know. Anyway, they brought this younger mom on there, and her daughter had committed suicide because back on March 14th this year from being bullied because she had alopecia and her hair was out and whatnot. So they had this woman on, and I listened to the entire story because I just wanted to hear the story. What are you doing? When I mean like, what are you doing? I mean Jada. Like, what are you doing? I heard the whole story, and it was heartbreaking. It was really fucked up. Like it's fucked up because it is a disease. And Jada goes into her whole bag of, Jada's crying, Willow's crying, her mom is crying, everybody's crying.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a sad situation.
Sounds like
sad. Mm-hmm. It's sad.
Funny how she put it on the show. Not that the story shouldn't be heard, but it's funny how
that's
your own thing.
And that's exactly when the clip ended. That's the whole thing that you're thinking right now. That's where I ended up on. Because I was like, that's nasty as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
To have somebody else up on here who's a parent,
malevolent, nigga,
who had whose child. We just talked about children getting slain in a fucking massacre last week, and we have this shit this week to justify the look that you gave your husband. And that's the biggest shit. That's the biggest dodge of it all.
She a nasty motherfucker, man. She a nasty motherfucker, bro.
I gotta throw the bitch on this one. That's the shit of it all.
She a nasty.
That's the nastiest shit of it all. Because if you listen to it, if you look at it, you watch the shit.
That's crazy.
If you watch the words, if you watch the mannerisms, she puts what happened on that stage on Will.
Of course she does. Of course.
because the way she said it was, even though it's kind of like, yeah, even though he did that and it might have offended me, he shouldn't have done that. You gave this nigga the go killing look.
Not only that, you praised him when he came back to his seat.
Can't do that.
Will Smith is in an abusive relationship. And I'm tired of talking about that evil ass bitch. So I'm gonna talk about this other evil ass bitch. Shout out to Johnny Depp, god damn it. The only nigga that's won for niggas in abusive relationships, nigga.
He a champion out here.
Shout out to Johnny fucking Depp, man.
Johnny fucking Depp.
I gotta shake the man's hand and tell him I appreciate him when I see him.
He is a champion out here. What state he from? What state he from? We're gonna look that up right now. I feel like he
that nigga Seattle. Accent. I don't know where he from.
Like we gotta look that up.
Like that nigga's accent is weird, man. I don't know.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he's from a weird place.
The ding dong, the bitch is dead.
Kentucky.
Niggas from Kentucky. Wow.
Owensboro, Kentucky.
That kind of makes sense.
You know what I mean? But he has won. This I am still confused. Still will highly be confused. I won't even say I'm confused. Love it. Like, no, I'm saying I'm a little leery on the fact that the jury came down to a verdict of both of them got defamed. And now Johnny, no, I'm saying Johnny won the majority. Like he won the suit.
Yeah. No, see, nuance is a thing.
But she still won $5 million in the defamation because she was defamed as well.
$2 million.
$2 million. Oh, I thought it was 5.
No, Johnny won 15. She won 2. All
right, 2. Wasn't it a $15 million suit?
No, it was Johnny's 50 and her
50. Okay,
countersuit was 100, and Johnny got 15. She got 2. Now, what happened was,
I mean, but let me get off my shit real fast before I forget it. The reason why I was like, all right, cool. They kind of both did get defamed because they are two.
Yeah, no, they definitely lied on each other. They did.
Yeah, they did. But I'm saying there's 2 people that lied on each other that did cost each other money.
But the extent.
But is she Johnny Depp level? No. So I can. I'm good with that.
And that's the thing. It's the extent that she went to. It's not, she's not, and that's her, that's still her argument. The bitch had the nerve to lose and double down like I knew she would, and like all narcissists do.
She's insane.
She's a narcissist.
That bitch is nuts.
Yeah.
Fuck nigga. No, look, fam. Fuck the medical terms of it. Real shit.
Oh, we want to chop it up. She's just nuts. A crazy bitch. Yeah, but the medical term for it is narcissistic personality disorder, and that bitch has it.
No, the medical term for it is that bitch is noodles. No, that's what the medical term.
That's the term for it.
No, that's medical. That's medical.
Regardless, the bitch sat up, said he stuck glass bottles that were broken in her pussy. He beat her. He slapped her. Pussy. Beat her, slapped her, pinned her up against the bed, threw her in the thing, shut doors in her face. Right? The nuance of the 2 million is, not the nuance, the reality of the 2 million is that Johnny did after a while get mad and started saying, hey, well, this bitch did that. Maybe embellished a little bit. Hey, well, this bitch did that. Maybe embellished a little bit. Same shit she did and went out of her way to do. Same shit she did and went out of her way to do. Only thing is, she went out of her way to do it in a way that was proven to be defamatory, more so than what he did. And the funniest shit about it is,
I think the defaming is mostly a part of how much famous she has versus his.
No, that's got nothing to do with this shit. These motherfuckers was married, they were together for however many years, and they was married for however many years. And soon as Johnny realized this bitch was crazy, this bitch was noodles, he didn't want to be with her no more. She starts on this, you abused me shit, starts taking pictures and putting on makeup and scheming and plotting on this nigga. Scheming and plotting and shit. Pure white girl entitlement. Pure white girl entitlement. and fucking narcissism for sure, just to fucking get some semblance of what you think is a win. And then you turn around and lose. You look like a bigger idiot than when you fucking started this bullshit. You won in the UK, yeah. The only thing about the UK is, a lot of evidence was omitted. And some of the shit you presented, you purposely withheld because why? You knew you didn't have all the pieces together and still took your dumb ass on TV in America and showed us how you didn't have all the pieces together. You had the nerve to shit in this man's bed just because you were angry. He offered you $7 million after the divorce just to leave him the fuck alone. What'd you do? What'd you do? You so conniving. You so conniving. Your ass don't want him to fucking get a tax break. You got to give it to this. I don't want to look like. No, you want to look like the victim, bitch, and you're not. I shout out to Cassie Vasquez, nigga, his lawyer he hired, one of the lawyers he hired. Amber Heard sat up there and said, as a victim of domestic violence, Cassie said, are you? Are you? Well, personally, I don't think you would know anything about that. Oh, really? Bitch, motherfucker sat up there for 5-6 years lying on the motherfucker. You spent all this time lying and talking shit, getting in movies. Motherfuckers in love with you. You look like a bad bitch on the outside. Bitch, you're rotten on the inside.
Look, fam.
15 million. And then you turn around, you do all of this shit, and you turn around and say he had to pay for the fucking lawyers, you do all of this shit, and then you can't even pay the bill when you lose. That shit came out today. The bitch ain't got the money for the bill. Fuck you.
Yes. You know why? Because your peoples at WB was like, yo, we didn't renegotiate contracts.
We don't want you.
No, it wasn't even about that. No,
I mean, I know I know she was supposed to be in it, but after all of this.
No, it wasn't even about that. They didn't renegotiate contracts. They didn't renegotiate contracts at WB because they didn't know what the fuck they was gonna do with the Justice League. So when they greenlit
why they shoot all of Aquaman too and shit? Because now they taking her out of what they shot. They don't want her in the movie at all. They trying to get her removed from the movie.
When they greenlit the shit, they didn't know what was gonna happen because all those suits was upon verdict and shit. So she's still getting paid. She's getting paid for her, which is her
she lost
salary.
Her endorsement. No, she lost all of that. She said that in court. She lost all of that. No,
false.
That's perjury. She said it on the stand.
She is going to get paid everything that she is owed for the second Aquaman movie because she's owed that.
She's gonna get the check, but she's not gonna be in the movie. All her endorsement deals they gave her what the fuck.
That's not what the court's about. It's the court's about whether you should get the money because you were defamed.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the Aquaman 2 shit. They saying that she gets the money she's owed for the movie, but they don't want her in the movie. She lost her endorsement deals because of the shit that's been going on since the UK
I'm not saying nothing against that. I'm saying I know. I agree. But the thing
the defamatory shit is solely the marriage of
but her and Johnny is like the defaming shit plays into the Aquaman shit because you lost
part of it.
Because you lost, you not going to be a part of this movie because we know who you are with as far as a part of this shit goes. So you're not a part of the follow through towards the Aquaman shit. Matter of fact, we don't even know if we're going to keep rolling with the Aquaman shit. We know for a fact we're not going to roll with the Wonder Woman right now. We probably know
shit to do with her being married to Johnny Depp and the alleged allegation of abuse.
I'm laying it all out. You're looking at this as far as a studio. She's on a studio deal.
No, I'm looking at the court case. I'm not the money that she was paid for a movie after she was already divorced from the nigga was a very small part of the case. I'm talking about the case. I'm talking about the alleged abuse.
I'm
The
talking about
lies she
everything
told on the stand.
Yes, I'm talking about everything that's piled on top of that. Let me build. Hold down your hype. So you have this. We don't know whether we even going to roll with
Justice League,
the Flash as being even the Flash, because he throwing chairs at bitches, and you are out here beating the shit out of Johnny Depp.
What? How you slap a nigga with a door?
How you throw a whole fucking bottle of New Amsterdam at a nigga? But it all happened. This is all
retarded enough.
I can't even say allegedly true because it's now out there. So
it's a lot of Amber Heard types, man. It's a lot of Amber Heard types out there.
It is a lot of toxic out there. But when we get back to the Amber Heard point that I'm trying to get to is when you encapsulate all the what the studio got to account for and what you got to account for versus what you just lost to fight for some reason.
No, she didn't pay for any of that. Johnny paid for all of that. That's what I just said.
No, I'm saying
paid for her lawyers and all of that. She paid
to fight for, meaning she felt that she was going to walk away from that courtroom with more than $2 million. And it's really not even $2 million. It's not even $2 million because she owed Johnny 15. So realistically, she owes him 13.
And she only has 7. So she's still down what? 6, 5? Or no?
She
3?
walked away from that shit. It's really saying, and this I felt it was disgusting. As much as Jada bringing on that woman to cape, or I want to say cloak the disgustingness of what she instigated Will to do at the Oscars, to cape to say like this was a terrible win for this is a terrible loss for a woman that has been through domestic violence. You were not. That's disgusting. That's like saying someone that's been like, yeah, I've been raped.
Her whole
but the only thing that's ever happened to you was one person smacked your ass and it made you feel uncomfortable and you never said a thing to him. Didn't tell him no, didn't tell him don't do that. Didn't tell him that made me feel uncomfortable. I'll call the police. Nothing. Simple as got smacked on the ass one time. I've been raped. That's the equivalent of Amber Heard's abuse.
Pretty much.
And that's a damn fucking shame.
And if you ever was to marry a chick and then you get divorced from her because you realize at some point this ain't gonna work no more. And that's funny. You watch the news, reports, you see motherfuckers saying like Johnny just looked like he just ready to have this shit over. If you married to a motherfucker and you sit up and have him going back and forth with you all the time about the smallest shit, big shit when it's big shit, but it's always something. At a certain point, you get to the place where you go like, yo, I don't want to keep doing this shit and I don't have to. Bitch, I'm done. And then the bitch realizes, I guess in Amber Heard types, well, if I can't have you, I'm gonna fuck you over the best way I can. It just speaks to the insanity of what the fuck your original thing was. Now I gotta be weary because of this bitch. Now I gotta be weary of any chick that's overly attentive to me, which already made me feel kind of funny because I got trust issues. But prior to this case, if you told me a bitch wanted to take my shoes off at the door every day and make sure I had a sandwich in my hand before I sat down, I'd have been like, that's some fly ass shit. That's dope. She must really fuck with me. But if that's the inverse of that, when you can't do it or you don't have that control, and then we get into all of these stories that we heard, wow. I don't want to be a part of that or any type of version of that, which I have been part of a version of that. And no.
Toxicity is not okay.
It's okay to a point. But when it starts getting
no,
hurtful and harmful, then we have a problem.
Toxicness. If you feel like drama is needed to function,
need to go to therapy.
That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. You still need to go to therapy. But toxicity, where it's poisoning the emotion or social construct of someone, I think that's unhealthy. You have to let that go or figure out a way to let that go. Because if you
that's
don't,
part of keeping shit
that
going.
would, yeah,
that's one of the tools in the box.
That would destroy you.
Yeah. You keep going back
and then
they keep throwing shit out.
Realize,
you keep feeding
like,
into
shit.
it.
Like,
how did I get
here? Yeah, like, how did I get here? And I'm married or to a person I don't love, and they terrible fucking person.
And I hate this bitch.
Yeah, like shit like that. Like,
but
what
I'm
are you
obligated
doing?
to do certain shit and be with her, so I can't fucking do certain shit. Like, I don't never want to find myself in those situations where I'm like feeling like I have to do something I don't want to do, because if I don't do it, this person is gonna make my life a living hell.
You know what's the fucked up part is, I found out, and well, at least I wouldn't say I found out, but I really accepted the fact that's the way a lot of people really think.
And
that's the way a lot of people really fucking think.
The sad part is
it's
the
like
people they do it to grow to end up feeling like it's okay. The people they do it to just accept it and be like, I mean, I love them, or that's my people, or, you know, if I don't, then it's gonna kind of affect me. I got it. Like, you feel trapped.
Yeah, but I've told people, I've told you before, you create your own hell. It just depends on what you want to really create. As far as that, what is hell to you? And you create your own problems from one step to another.
I mean, you don't create a problem when you don't know the problem is there. When you fall in love with somebody and you think they're one way, you think that they're one way and you think that that's them. And then when they switch up on you,
yeah, but you're a person that
is different.
The difference between you and I,
did I do something? Is that what?
I'm about to say the difference between you and I on relationship shit is because is I don't base people on potential. I base them on character. You base them on potential.
No, I base them on both. No, it is true. Now you gonna fucking tell me like you've been in my relationship. Nigga, I base
because
them on
you tell me the shit, but it still ends up becoming just that.
But when they end, it's based on what? Not potential. When they end, it's based on
character. That's because you finally figured out the character, which is after you.
No, it's not a finally figure out thing. It's
because the character be in front of you, because it's not like you just be going through bitches like every 2 weeks. You have an extended amount of.
What are you talking about?
You have like the same 3 chicks like over the same amount of time. You may change them out over time. Yeah, you do.
No.
About the same 3, more or less.
No.
Yeah. I know you.
Where were you when I was doing this shit, nigga? I didn't see you in the room. What are you talking about? I fucked the same 3 bitches. What? Or no, I rotate out 3 bitches.
No, you have the same 3 that you really, 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 really link with.
No, I don't.
You change. Yeah. I said more or less. Like, you trade out down like maybe 2, maybe 1. Then if it ain't the one, like, and you have your insurance policy, you do the same shit that I do.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why wouldn't you?
Because
stop playing.
Annoying.
We've had the same fucking conversation, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah, nigga. What do you think I'm playing about, nigga? Why would I be lying about this shit? Who do you think is gonna hear this that I care hears it? What am I lying about?
You keep a rotation.
I do keep a rotation, but a rotation only when I'm single. If I'm in a relationship dealing with somebody, I don't have a rotation or other bitches I fuck with. If I'm in a relationship where it's working, I'm not doing that. I've never done that.
When oh my God.
When have I been in a regular relationship where it was working and I've done that?
We're gonna move past.
No, because I still got to get to my point about
the straight fucking lying. Like that's word.
Huh? Give me an example.
We gonna bring up Miriam. We're gonna bring up Miriam.
That's not a good relationship. I said in a good relationship.
The point that I made and the point that I was making was
when you that was good.
No. Because
we off and on. We off and on.
You're trying to cut into what the fuck I'm saying. What I said was, you keep a rotation. You keep about 1 to 2 to 3 that you really like. Everything else outside of secular. If you was really fucking with Miriam, which you were, you had your insurance policy, which was your 2. You might have liked Miriam more than your 2, but you liked Miriam. And then just in case your insurance policy acted up a little bit worse than it did, you had your 3. Don't lie to me.
That's until you get to the point where you're in the relationship where you want to only be with that one person.
Were you? No.
Do you think I've been saying when? Where have you been? What are you talking about? I haven't only wanted to be with her. What do you think I go through all this bullshit?
No, I'm saying were you? Where it was real, where it was not real.
There was a point in the last 5 years, yes, where I only wanted her and was only with her, didn't have a rotation, got rid of everything. When I'm with
somebody. How long was that? Honestly.
Year and a half where it was good and we were good. And then that's when she decided she wanted payback for the first year where I was doing that. And then ever since then, it's just been we together for a month or 2, or we just fucking, or we together, or she hates me, or like you talking about one specific person. I'm talking about in general.
I'm talking about in general. Your 1 can still be your 1.
That's not the only girl. That's not the only girl I've had a good relationship with. Hello, nigga. The tattoo on my wrist.
I'm not, nigga. That's past shit. I'm talking about now. Current.
Right now, no, I wouldn't even consider myself in a relationship right now.
But you had your 1.
In 3 months, 4 months.
Current. God damn. Like how much more? It's like when you get into your bitchy mood, you get like super fucking literal. Like Jesus Christ.
Is that not like, 4 months ain't current? And we talking about a relationship?
Oh my God. You good?
If you ask me if you've been in a relationship the last 4 months, I would think that was recent. Or the last 6 months, I would think that was recent timing. If you're talking about now, no.
Yes, that's what the fuck I'm saying. That's why you know what? We're moving on from this because we're getting off of this because I'm actually making points and then you're fucking agreeing.
Well, no, I was getting to the. Well, no, I was getting to the. You didn't let me finish my point. I was still spinning back around to how nigga that doesn't even play into whether or not I'm looking at a motherfucker for their character or their potential. I look at them for both because that's the only reason a Miriam situation happens because I'm looking at both. You don't get 5 years without me looking at potential and character.
But what I'm saying is that when you've been with somebody,
just like I'm sure you wouldn't deal with anybody without looking at both.
You've been fucking with somebody for 5 years, nigga, you know their character. You don't know their potential. It's not potential anymore. It's character. You know, your character.
You always have potential. You always have potential to do something. No,
because potential
never goes away.
Potential is what you could be. What your character is what you're going to be.
No, your character is what you are right now. Your potential is what you might be later. Your character is who you are right now. Your character, what are you showing me right now?
Your character will conduct who you will be and how you are. Your potential is what you could be.
If a motherfucker,
and that's the thing, and that's the point. That's the legit point.
If
that's
a friend you trust,
more to it than that.
If a friend you trust lies to you, right? Wouldn't you then look at them like a liar. If you caught them in a lie and then they kept lying instead of just telling you the truth when you knew it, that their whole opinion of them would change. So then you thought them to be one thing and now they're not that thing. So you look at them different. So then the dynamic changes. And then if things even continue, the dynamic has changed.
Based on your character.
If the relationship continues, it's both. You don't continue a relationship with somebody that you know might do you dirty unless you think that they might change or they won't do it again.
You base your actions on somebody else's actions based on their character, not their potential.
Well, I think we're splitting hairs. And if we're going to define it like that, then it's kind of the same thing. Your character is all wrapped up in one and all of that.
I just broke it down.
Because your character explains where you could go
and that may conduct who you will become. Your potential is what you think you should or secondly should become.
I don't think that's the word for that, bro. I don't think that's the potential is the wrong.
If you're looking at it, yeah. If you're looking at if I'm looking at the potential in myself is what I think I should become.
No, when I look at when I think of potential,
but my character and the way I conduct myself would conduct the potential that I'm giving off. I can think that I could become the president of the United States, but if I'm fucking dealing drugs and doing whatever the fuck,
I don't mean you can't be president.
My character isn't conducting such a thing. I don't give a fuck about my environment. I don't give a fuck about my community.
Not in that moment, but that doesn't mean you still can't be president. That doesn't mean you can't change and be president later. Just because you sell drugs at 16 doesn't mean you can't do things to be a billionaire and to have multiple businesses and be legal as shit, living up great at 50.
My character doesn't conduct such behavior.
You're not even the same person in those positions. If you haven't, you've grown from that point. So it's wrapped into one. Like in that sense, it's like you said, it's the character. It's all wrapped into one. The potential is not separate. That's why I think that's the wrong word for that you're using right now. The potential,
it's completely fucking separate.
When I think of the word potential, I think of,
and I'm not just saying this shit to shit on you. I've had this conversation with multiple people, even wiser than me.
On me right now.
No, I'm saying like this shit on your idealism. I've had this conversation with multiple people that are older than me, and they're like, "Yes, potential and character are two different things." Okay, wiser than me. Okay. Two different things.
So what I think
I'm not wrong about what I'm saying.
Okay, so what I think when I think of the word potential is what the fuck I could be, what is possible. It's separate from the way I'm living. It's separate from where I'm at, where anybody else projects me, whatever your projection is, or your personal projection or another motherfucker. Your potential may just be, you might just give off an energy to a motherfucker and they be like, you look like the type of motherfucker that could be. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of separate in that sense. Because if it's my character,
but your character,
you don't know my
character to do that.
You don't know my character from the energy I'm giving off. I might come in the room and look like I run shit and don't.
That's the difference between your potential. I ain't
saying shit about your character. That's saying how people perceive your potential, because you look like the type of motherfucker that might do that. Your character, they don't know till you start talking.
Yeah, you could be a fucking dumbass, and when you start, somebody asks you a question, and then what? Your character doesn't mean shit to your potential.
No, they're still separate. Because just because you're a dumbass doesn't mean you can't go.
That's what I'm saying.
President and shit. That's not what you just. I didn't think that was what you just said, but all right. Not what you just said, man.
It is.
Either I'm tripping or you tripping. One of the two.
You always tripping on these type of situations. Wait, before I even ask, because I'm really frustrated today. Before I even ask, what's in that cranberry juice? I figured. All right. All right, so where we at on today's docket? Okay, let's get through this motherfucker so I can go to sleep.
Your man's got exposed. Explain that.
Oh shit, Umar out here.
I know you seen the video.
Umar out here.
You the one said you send your family to the school. Huh? You said you sent him to his school over my school, bitch.
I would.
Still, he lying on everything he talking about. You still think he ain't even standing on what he talking about. You gonna still do that? You gonna sing it? Nigga, what? Fuck out of here. Still I got white people in my school, nigga. You right, because I got white people in my school learning about black shit.
You don't.
Hey, all I know is if Dr. Umar out here getting caught talking white, all I know is if Dr. Umar out here talking motherfucking shit about how we all don't need to talk to white women and fuck them, but he is actively talking to white women and fucking them. I don't want to hear it. And when he gives his little bullshit explanation about how, it wasn't what it looked like,
y'all
or just coming out and just
thinking that he wouldn't do that shit anyway.
Nigga, I told you that. You said he would never. I told you he was fucking white women behind the scenes. And you was like, no, not Umar. Stop it.
No, I said he probably wasn't fucking white women behind the scenes. Like, entertaining these hoes? No, I definitely believe you doing that. I definitely believe you.
Did you see how he was looking at that girl? I wanted to fuck her. Did you see how he was looking at that girl?
He entertained it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she got his number. Or he was trying to get it.
He entertained it 100%.
Well, entertaining.
He definitely did that.
Entertaining is as good as doing. If you catch a bitch entertaining a nigga, you're gonna feel away.
Look, my nigga, like Bull's out here. He did
Dr.
what he did.
Dr. Umar is a fucking liar. I'm saying it for the world. A scam artist and a liar. He still ain't built that school up all the way. He been taking your money for years. Y'all ain't put the pieces together. And he fucking white girls. You ain't put the pieces together yet. All right, keep giving me your money.
You gonna keep trying to motherfucking just making fucking white girls cool. Huh?
It's been cool. The fuck? It's been cool. Not my fault you niggas don't know what's good for you. Fuck.
That's cool ass shit to say. Yeah, but like I
just like having fun, just like them.
At this point,
too many white girls out here.
There is a point in my life where I'm just like, you know what? I'm ashamed. Like I'm ashamed of my white bodies.
I'm pretty sure my next girlfriend is gonna be Hispanic,
the only joy I get out of my white bodies is, you know what? I made my ancestors proud. That's the only one. Like,
well, maybe you didn't have fun with your white bodies. I had fun.
I don't. Sorry, white ladies. I'm not really into white women. I'm not into white women at all.
I am very much into
Grown Ortega is not. Grown Ortega is not. Like, if you ain't got melanin, I just don't.
That's just weird to me to even think
find you
about.
Attractive.
That's just weird. I don't know if maybe it's how I'm raised, how I process shit. That's just weird to me to think about a potential partner or lover, whatever you want to fucking call it, friend even, and be worried about the fuck your race is. Bitch, I don't.
It's not about your race, nigga. It's like I don't think white women are attractive anymore.
Well, that's what I'm. That's not to be attracted to everything. Degree. That's what I mean. I guess not your race. It's based on your attraction is based on race or not. Like my attraction is based size, height, and looks. I don't give a fuck about no color.
Yeah, if I like to look at you or not.
Size, height, looks, and personality.
We've had this conversation a million fucking times, yo. Like you'd bone a fat chick. I would not at this point. And it ain't like I haven't. It's just like that's not for me. So I wouldn't do it.
I got a
Yeah, that's
size
what I'm
limit,
saying. Like,
but
I
up to that
wouldn't do
limit,
it.
I don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. All right, we're gonna get the fuck out of here today. Episode 208, Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. Shout out to everybody across the pond, across the world. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, all that good shit.
Everything.
It's been enough It's been enough podcasting today. This week. We will be back. Nah. Nah, free tax though.
Definitely that for sure.
We can free tax,
Definitely
keep Young Thug, retake Daniel Hernandez. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta and shit. You know what I mean? Definitely got a rest in peace scene. Anything else happen?
I gotta guess what race it is.
Nope, not the day for that. We'll say that shit for next week, but we'll get the fuck out of here. It's damn near 5 a.m. I gotta take a piss. So, yep,
we out, motherfuckers.
We out. Catch y'all next week.
Peace.